Fuck. Okay, time now is 8:16 a.m. in the morning on November 23rd. I slept from 5 to 8:15. Yeah. Or like 4:45 till 8:15. But I didn't fall asleep immediately. Oh my god. Okay. Like last night when I hopped onto bed, someone decided that it would be a magnificent time to use the microwave and like cook some kind of rice with meat or something. And then now my entire room smells like it. Whoever did this cooked their meat, or not even cooked, like reheated the food or something at like 5 a.m. and then now it's more than 3 hours later, it still smells like that. So yeah, that's cherry on top. Beautiful. Thank God I'm sleepy enough to actually fall asleep. But yeah, less than 4 hours. That's great. Yay. I ended up not sleeping for 4 hours. I'm fucked. I really wish they could just let me go upstairs. I really wish they could just let me get off the set and take a nap or something. That would be nice. Because the thing is, like, I'm going to set today, but like, I don't even need to be there. I'm just gonna be sitting around. And I'm thinking of writing my paper on my own fucking phone. And like, writing my script on my phone and etc. etc. But like, I should just do it at home after full sleep. I'm so tired. Yeah. Low-key, maybe I'll ask them if they need a lot of help on Sunday, because maybe I just won't come. Oh my god. 3 hours of sleep for this short film. For Robert Zemeckis' son, huh? Let's go.
There's no aspect ratio.
Yeah, and there's no display.
With that like flare thing.
I think I fixed it. Should we attach the email yesterday on the?
Well, now we know what it'll look like. It's gonna look great.
Yeah, if you wanted to use.
Yeah.
Actually, no. Like,
Alright, Alex.
Yes.
Looks good. Pretty good.
Into a fight.
This is a good shot.
Andrew, can I have you over here?
I'm looking forward to watching it.
Do you want one of these chairs so you can put the desk thing?
Wait, is there power?
Yeah, they're
Sits in his room,
connected.
locks himself in his room. I don't know.
Scene 2, Alpha, take 1. Thank you.
Hold settle.
Like this.
Yeah, that's good.
Hold on. You see this thing? It's crooked against the left. You see it moving?
I don't see it. Oh, can you see it?
A little bit, yeah, fix that.
Can we do the screw thing opposite?
Yeah, I'll do it. Okay. It's not run that back from top, it's run that back from when you sit down. Remember to grab your notebooks from up there.
Oh, not this one.
Not this one, the red one.
Sorry about that.
No, go back from when you sit, when you're about to sit down.
When I'm about to sit down?
Yeah, so turn that back. Message. November. Bravo. Romeo. Lima. X-ray. Niner. Charlie. Papa. End of message. Authenticate message.
Probably so. Want to keep us on our toes. Correct, authenticate message.
So this is the part where we should probably go
Yeah.
over.
Yeah, Blake, you gotta when you say prepare an authentic message, you gotta turn.
I said if you wash it every day, it'll make you bald.
You brush your teeth every day, don't you? Anyway, those studies are all bull. Just make something up. I'm not changing my routine because some article says so.
Yeah, but that's not the same. Hey, sir.
November, Bravo, Romeo, Lima, X-ray, Niner, Charlie, Papa. End of message. You finish your line, you turn.
But I'm sorry, okay, wait. No, I thought it was on authentication agreed. I thought it was on the next one.
No,
I see.
authentication agreed is when you go up to that box.
Oh, sorry, my fault, my fault.
Go out for lunch.
No,
Is this
carbonated?
No.
No.
Yeah, they need something.
Right in a second. Thank you, though.
Wait, what? Wait, I was on.
Because you're the.
I heard I was being summoned.
Okay, time now is 8:53 p.m. Tired, yes. Yeah, let's talk about today. I woke up at 8:20, I think, because I was planning to catch the 8:50 bus. So 8:20 is like the latest I could fucking wake up. And I woke up, brushed my teeth, and I went out, and here it comes. And I was fucking dead inside. I don't know how am I gonna survive this, honestly. Like, when's the last time I had a good night's sleep? I think it was a Sunday or something. Yeah, it was the day I watched The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. That was the last day I had a good, like, full night's sleep. So anyways, I arrived on campus and I walked towards the soundstage and I ran into Xiaobang, who is going to stage 3. The sound woman, and she's like, "Hi, long time no see." And she's like, "Are you going for whatever name's set?" And I'm like, "No, I'm actually helping on a 310." And she's like, "Oh, okay." So I walked to soundstage 1, and boom. As I walked into it, everyone else also simultaneously showed up on the other side of the soundstage through the elephant doors. And on the call sheet, there were like tons of names, but then it turns out all these people are just the same group of people I saw yesterday. It's literally the same fucking group of people. It's just the same bunch of white boys. And I'm like, okay, and there's this other guy, like this first AC, who's like kind of quiet, but he's also this like white guy, and he's very tense. And a little bit later, some random Chinese girl showed up, so that happened. But most of the day today, it's just the same group of people. Also, for a little bit in the morning, Alice, who is one of the producers for No Particular Night, she showed up and she recognized me. She waved at me and we didn't talk. And then she's with her trio because she's also in a 310 right now, but she left. So that's that, and then we continued with the shoot. And oh my fucking god, is it boring. It's really boring, and I did nothing. I did nothing today. I just sat down and I waited and waited and waited. And there's this Swedish girl, it's confirmed she's Swedish. Ami, that's her name. she is doing art. Like, she printed out a bunch of props and she's sticking onto them, and I'm like, if she's art, then what the fuck am I? You know? Yeah, so I just sat down for the most part today and walked around. I helped, like, in the earlier parts of the day before we start the first shot, I helped grab some stingers and, like, connect some stingers, and yeah, but and I helped spot people on the ladder, but mostly I was quiet and I did nothing. And my phone's at like 40% battery because I couldn't charge my phone because it has moisture last night. So I did, once again, just like last week, I brought an international plug and a cable with me so that I could charge somewhere. And also plus the fact that I've lost my portable charger. So yeah, I just went the day. So from 9 a.m. to, we wrapped early, we wrapped at 7 p.m. From 9 a.m. to 7 p.m., 10 hours, I did nothing. Almost nothing. I did help move some stuff, but it's like nothing, it's not much. And I just sat there feeling very left out, feeling really ignored. And again, like sometimes I walk into some people and sometimes I would like say a couple things and no one would hear or notice it because of my extreme lack of existence. It's almost like flashback to Forms 4 and 5 when I would say something and no one would even notice that I've said something. Yeah. So that's stupid. So at some point, I told Alex, the Chinese guy, boy, I bet he's younger than me. I was like, okay, I'm gonna like probably go out and charge my phone for a while. And he's like, yeah, sure, whatever. So like I grabbed some coffee there from the Crafty, and I grabbed like a granola bar, and I just like left. And I just went to SCA 3rd floor and just went to the sacred couch. I plugged in the international plug with the cable with my phone, and I just like charged my phone, and then I slept. I just fell asleep for like about an hour and 10 minutes. I just napped, but it was like it wasn't like deep sleep. It's just like more like, you know, slipping in and out of consciousness, REM state. I like dreamed a bit, you know, but it was so cozy. Jesus Christ, I love that couch. Love that couch extremely. What a beautiful couch. Like, yeah, I just love it so much. And it's a Saturday, so like the campus and the building is mostly empty. There's one other guy, this fat white guy with facial hair and a red hoodie sitting on sitting on another couch talking to himself. Like, why? I don't know. But he was really far away and it doesn't matter. But like he would just talk to himself like, haha, no way you didn't. Like he's probably like looking at his phone or something. I don't know, but I had a good healthy sleep, and I bet nobody noticed because nobody needs my help. So at around 2:30, I'm like, oh, okay, so I went back downstairs because I know lunch is at 3, so I don't want to miss lunch. So I went back down to 2, and when I woke up, I felt genuinely crap. Like, I felt like I'm barely awake. I feel disoriented. I was cold. I was really cold. But I do like this feeling of like waking up and not knowing what the fuck is going on. And then we had lunch. And right before lunch, I went back to the soundstage, and I'm fine again. I've recovered, and I'm more energized than in the morning. And this Chinese girl was talking to this Swedish girl, and they're just chatting, and I joined in. So the Chinese girl is from Chongqing, China. She's like the 4th or 5th person I know from Chongqing. And then I was like, oh, you're from China, okay. And at some point she asked me, where are you from? And I'm like, guess. And then she's like, Japan? And I'm like, no. She's like, China? And And then I would, cause she was talking to the Swedish girl, and she's like, "Oh, have you watched? Do you know Wong Kar Wai? You know Chungking Express?" And of course, the Swedish girl has no idea who's Wong Kar Wai, because of course. And I was like, "Oh, you mentioned Wong Kar Wai," and the Chinese girl's like, "Oh, you're from Hong Kong," and I'm like, "Yes." And the Chinese girl's like, "Whoa, that's really cool. So you speak Cantonese?" And I'm like, "Yes." That's a very common question I get asked from Chinese people. It's like, "So you speak Cantonese?" Because like real people don't speak Cantonese. That's like a mythical language that only cool, lonely, sad people in Neon City speak. Which is me. I am a not cool, but lonely and sad person in a Neon City whenever I'm in Hong Kong. That is actually unironically true. But yeah, and then we talked, and she's actually like a wee bit of a cinephile. And I asked her like, so what do you want to do in film? She's a freshman, and she's in film production, of course. And she likes artsy films, but she makes thrillers. And I was like, what artsy films? She's like, Wong Kar Wai. And she asked me, what do I like? And I was like, I like, David Lynch. And she's like, oh, David Lynch. And her phone wallpaper's blue velvet. And I was like, oh, I like Ingmar Bergman. Like, I'm going deeper. And now she's like, oh, I haven't seen a Bergman film. And I'm like, yeah, watch Seventh Seal. And I asked her what's her favorite film, and she said Antonioni's Blow Up, which is pretty impressive for an 18-year-old Chinese girl. But I feel like even I haven't seen it, so I have to see it now. And that's pretty cool. And then I sat with her and then one of the actors during lunch. Also, the actors came, the 2 actors for the short film. When the main character is an Asian guy and a white guy, both middle-aged. When the white guy entered the soundstage and was like, all right, let's make a movie, I thought it's Robert Downey Jr. And I got nervous for a moment. I was like, oh my god, it's Robert Downey Jr. But no, it's not. But I wouldn't be surprised if it is. It's Robert Zemeckis' son. He's just gonna hit up people like, yo, George Clooney, can you do a little school film, But no, neither of these actors are big actors. I don't know why. I'm actually surprised at how not rich they are. The Zemeckis brothers, and how they're not using big actors. They don't have ultra huge money. And they drive a humble, large Toyota car. Or Reese drives it. So, anyways. At lunch, and the catering for today is build your own sandwich. It's just 2 big loaves of bread, a bunch of cold cut roast turkey, and then iceberg lettuce and sliced tomatoes and sliced cheese. And you just, and mustard and mayonnaise, and you just make your own sandwich. Wow, what? I didn't see that coming at all. That's brand new, man. That's brand fucking new. But I made my own sandwich, and honestly, it's not bad. Maybe it's because I was hungry and I could eat anything, but usually if I make a sandwich myself, it's it's whatever. But this is not bad. And then I had Liquid Death, and as it turns out, it's just water. In a can, because of course. And then we continued the second half of the day, and I did nothing. I just sat down on a rolly chair and just looked at my phone. I didn't write anything for my paper, but I did write for my script at the very end, and that's pretty much it. And then I helped wrap, I helped unplug and wrap up some cables, and then I'm out, I'm done. I felt a little bad, and I hate this feeling of not doing anything on set. When I did nothing on Ends and Means, I felt terrible, and I had to do BTS stuff because of that. But yeah, people are nice though. After lunch I was like, okay, I need to get my game on. So I told Alex and Daniela, hey, if you need to move some props or whatever, just let me know. And they're like, yeah, sure. But they never called my name. And then at the end, Reese was like, yo, thank you so much for helping out. And I feel bad. I feel like I didn't help out at all. And both Reese and Alex were like, yeah, we only needed you yesterday, so I mean, I'm sorry, we don't have much to do for you to do today. And I'm like, it's okay. Like the Chinese girl, her name is Jay, and she like does nothing. She's a second AD, but like it's just two actors in a soundstage. Like second AD means nothing basically. Second AD means zero things. Yeah, so yeah, but at the end, so at some point I thought, okay, maybe I shouldn't even come tomorrow. If I'm so tired, I have 2 papers to submit at the end of Sunday, and I'm like sleep deprived, so sleep deprived that my mental health is actually hurting. Like, why should I even come? So I told them like, yeah, I probably won't come tomorrow, and they're like, okay. Fuck, I should have gone to like Trader Joe's or something. Just now. It's fine. Who cares? I'll go tomorrow. You know. Because I am low-key running out of food at the same time. But yeah. So, at the end of the day, I got all of them IGs. And somehow Jiayun, the other 18-year-old Shanghai girl, knows all of them. And Matt also knows all of them. Like, what's the secret? What am I missing out on? Why do people know everyone? Why do everyone know everyone? Like, what's the secret? What's the secret sauce? Like, it's good that now I'm knowing a lot of people. But, like, I don't know. What's the secret? So, I don't know. But yeah, Daniela, she's like... So, her origins are finally revealed. Turns out she's born in Paris. And French is her first language. And then she moved to the UK first, like London, and then Hong Kong, and no, London, and then Hong Kong, and Beirut, and then Hong Kong. Like, she's everywhere. She's like Miss Worldwide. But yeah, she told me she went to Hong Kong for primary school, like international school, for 4 years. And I'm like, what? Like, a lot of people random, like Zion. Like, she's like, yeah, I've been to Hong Kong. I'm like, what? Out of all places, this mysterious unknown island? No way. But yeah, it's good. I've made some friends and I've met them. I've infiltrated a 310. I'm good. I've pretty much achieved all my goals that I set for myself before the semester started. It still feels unfulfilling. Like, I've gone to the gym. I've infiltrated APCA sorta. I've infiltrated a 310, and I met Robert Zemeckis' son. Collateral. That's a collateral. And then, I, joined some film festivals with my short film, and a website curated my short film, and that's good. That's cool. I also reached past 600 subscribers not too long ago, and, yeah, I did achieve, and I got a job too, and I also got into Spotlight. So I pretty much fulfilled all my goals, yet it still feels unfulfilling. Like, it's not the roller coaster ride that I wanted round 5 to be. But whatever the case may be, it is a break. Like, I don't know why I feel relieved. I'm excited to sleep tomorrow, but also I'm like relieved. Even though I have 2 papers due, I'm kind of relieved after today. Like, I just feel like it's going to be more relaxing from now on. Maybe it's because I'm just hyped for the Thanksgiving break. Also, I spoke with Justin, the Malaysian guy, for a wee bit. And we talked about, like, Ken and Leslie, like, what Ken said to me about a girl rubbing her crotch on his feet has now made it into my script. Thank you for giving me the inspiration, sir. Yeah. Yeah, and Reese drove me home. He's like, oh, what's the direction? Guide me. And I'm like, what? And so I had to, like, he's like, turn left or right. But as he's saying that, he already went past the crossroad, and I'm like, like left, but it's too late now. And then he did a U-turn, and I'm like, go west, and he's like, west? What west? Like left or right? But yeah, I was like, hey, 480, I'd be happy to help out. And he's like, yeah, for sure. So yeah, it would be cool if Robert Zemeckis shows up, or better yet, if they invite Steven Spielberg to show up for the 310 screening. That would be hilarious of the highest degree. That would be hilarious of the highest degree. And I would take a picture with Steven Spielberg for sure. But yeah, or George Lucas. I don't know. Yeah, but that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. Apparently Cliff wants to film Justin's short film in early December, which is literally 2 weeks later, and I'm like, I have finals during that week. But we'll see what happens. But if that happens, then that means I will have one more set before the year ends, which is perfect. Just the right amount of sets, just the right number of sets. 10 sets in 2024. I've done 10 sets in 2024, 10 sets in 2023. But the sets I've gone on for 2023 are like lighter for the most part. Like Anywhere the Wind Blows and Ends and Means are of course really big deals. But in 2024 it's like consistently huge sets. Like Locke was a huge deal, Imperfect Us was a pretty big deal. Honestly, Imperfect Us and Locke are like two of the best sets I've ever worked on, plus Anywhere the Wind Blows. LMU was fun. No Particular Night was interesting. Yeah. Can't wait to edit my own short film though. But yeah, it's good we wrapped early, so now I'm gonna have extra time. I'm gonna cook up the chicken drumsticks, probably rice, and then probably like cabbage and onion. Like, yeah, probably. But I don't have the energy to cook, honestly. Okie dokie. It's 2:45. 2:45 p.m. on November 24th. Wow, fuck me. That's 9 hours and 45 minutes of sleep. That's almost 10 hours. Slept from 5 to 2:45. I should really sleep early. I really should. But yeah, this is like a whole, I don't know, this is like a lot of days of lack of sleep all accumulated together and turned into one big sleep. One very necessary big sleep. And it's great, but I also feel kind of guilty because sleeping is wasting time a little bit, and I don't want to run out of time today because I have a lot of shit to do. Yeah, I have 2 papers due today. I'm sure I can submit them slightly late. But yeah, I have 2 papers due today and I haven't even fucking started. I did the outline last night, but I was so tired yesterday that I just had zero motivation to start writing them. I just have, oh my god, I've never been this energetic after I wake up. I'm like, moving and my voice is deep and I'm talking fast. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, I have 2 papers due today, so I'm gonna have to speed run them. Also, I think I should film an album review of sorts. But I want to film the Kendrick Lamar album review, but I feel like I haven't listened to it enough. So it would be premature of me to do so. Maybe if I wake up earlier tomorrow morning, I could do that, but I don't want to wake up early. And yeah. And today I'm gonna go to Trader Joe's, quick Trader Joe's run, and then I'm gonna come back home. And then at around 7:30 I'm gonna leave again, and I'm going to a sub club to watch Love and Pop. And then there's gonna be a party afterwards. Kinda excited to do that because it's like a movie screening but with a party attached to it. And I don't know, like, I love going to the movies, but I don't usually go to parties, so this is like a weird combo, and Matt is gonna be there. I'm gonna try to dress up nice, but yeah. And then yeah, last night I DM'd Colin and asked him for help for a reality TV show paper that I'm writing, and I believe he's writing. And he said he also doesn't understand the prompt at all. So, yeah, that's great. I don't know. I'll have steamed rice rolls for breakfast. $2.45. Fuck me. And I'll have some noodles for lunch, and I'll probably have dinner after the party. But yeah. After these two papers, it's gonna be a relief. Like, it's gonna be Thanksgiving break, it's gonna be chill, and yeah. Yeah. That's it. That's all. Fuck.
I would definitely like a button.
Which one? These ones are exclusive, only available tonight. These-
Oh my god, yeah, because they try to get people from the class. Yeah. That's just fun.
Everyone kept telling me, email Hideki Anno, and I said, how am I going to email the creator of Neon Genesis Evangelion? Not going to happen. So, this is good because this is illegal, but never mind.
やってられませんよ。刺されたら死にますよ。デブの男は看守にそう訴え。どこを転がったらもう通わない。
Actually, I forgot you guys what your names on. Chaplin?
Oh, that's
Chaplin?
This is yours now.
Young girls at Roche Park. Criterion. Sealed. Sealed, guys.
I got 2 tickets. There's still a chance I can win.
This one's fire. I love this one. I love this one. Okay. So I picked out 2, and one of them is my name, so I'm not taking them. Emma! Emma, you still here? No! We will.
Oakley dokley, time now is 2:49 p to the m. It's am actually. It's late. And yeah, today nothing happened. I had such a good sleep, and I didn't really have a lot of time after I wake up to do anything. I filmed the Kendrick Lamar album reaction video as opposed to the review, and Then I worked on my paper for a little bit, and then time's up. So instead of going to Trader Joe's, I thought might as well go to Ralph's, because I left my apartment at around 6:45-ish, and I was like, hey, might as well go to Ralph's. So I went to Ralph's instead of Trader Joe's and bought a bunch of shit. Came back home, and then I basically I didn't even have the time to like eat food or work on my paper or whatever. I just left again for Sup Club, for the secret organization. So, Sup Club, what is that? So I took a lift there, somewhere north of the USC Village, some random house. Took 1 bajillion years for the Lyft driver to get there, because she picks up someone, she drops off someone, she picks up another, like a couple. Anyways, I arrived at Sup Club, and it's just some house, and it's just some backyard of some house. And at first I was like, a little bit, I don't know anyone here. I don't know a single soul, but once again, I ran into several people that I know. So at first I walked in and I saw Matt sitting behind a desk. Essentially, there's a raffle game where you get 2 Blu-rays, 1 giant poster, and 1 towel, and you enter the raffle by paying $2. I didn't, because one of the Blu-rays is secondhand, and that is Funny Games, and the other is Young Girls of Rochefort, which is cool, but like, A, I'm not a huge fan of Jacques Demy just yet. B, it's like, this Blu-ray is out in the cold so much that it's just like not worth it. I just buy the Jacques Demy box set, you know. So yeah, and then I just stood around. At first it was really awkward. I met this other guy, his name is Carlos, he's from UCLA apparently. And then he's doing film. A lot of very artsy film people here. Also, like, there's a tattoo artist who set up like a tiny stand at the side, and people could just read, like, check out her art book, where you can choose an art and then ask her to tattoo it on you. And then somebody actually got tattooed. This young girl, probably older than me anyways, got tattooed on her thigh. And then, yeah, spoiler alert, I saw Colin, and Anya showed up later, and Colin also got a tattoo. I believe this is like his first tattoo ever, and he got one on his shoulder. And then there's also a stand, another stand. There's an art stand, and there's another stand that involves hot cocoa but spiked. Turns out it's spiked with Bailey, which is this very light alcohol, and that's $3. You can also pay $1 for a cigarette. It's so fucking funny. Like, maybe my old conservative Hong Kong mindset is still in my mind somewhere, but like, tattoos and cigarettes and alcohol, but you know, there's a little bit of a leeway there, a little bit of a space there. Those things are usually considered as adult or explicit, and surely this is an adult-oriented event, but I just never seen a secret club so, like, you know, $1 for a cigarette, and people actually went up and just got cigarettes. It's like I'm in a prison or something. There's also cool badges, so I decided to, you know, support local businesses, and I paid $2 for a badge, for a pin, with the Sup Club logo on it. And I thought this is apparently sponsored by Mubi, so I thought Mubi provided this club the film Love and Pop, but obviously not. Matt just pirated it somewhere and projected it through somebody's laptop. It's illegal, but who cares? But Matt did email Mubi and asked if, you know, we can all get subscription codes, and we all did. And Mubi said yes, so I have 2 months of free Mubi subscription now, so that's pretty cool. On the other hand, I also saw Tiger Lily, who is this British white girl from the Intro to Art Direction class, and I was like, hey, are you Mimi's class? I probably shouldn't have said the name of the professor, but she's like famous. And she's like, yeah. And then Coleman, the producer of Imperfect Us, also showed up, which kind of shocked me a little bit because a lot of people who showed up today are like, you know, they're artsy alt people, dyed hair, you know, that affair. But Coleman is just this very straight up white guy. And he just shows up and he's kind of nice. And the movie starts and I don't have a place to sit. And he came over and he's like, hey, by the way, there's like a seat in front of me. It's empty. So I'm like, great. So I just sat on that seat throughout the entire film. I also paid for the hot cocoa at the end. Honestly, the alcohol is there, but it's not strong and it's not too bad of a combination. And I'm glad I got to drink something for the screening because I haven't even had dinner. And then after the screening, I talked to people more. There's this Korean guy and he's in CAMS, but he just graduated. He's good friends with John L. And I've seen him before. I was like, hey. And he turned around and he's like, wait, I've seen you before. And I'm like, yeah. Because at the end of HKOS July Rhapsody screening, he was there with another guy. And turns out that other guy is also here. And then I got to meet them, and I got to meet his girlfriend, I believe. I don't even know. And all of them had gone to Cannes Film Festival. Like, yeah, they're all friends, and they all have gone to the Cannes Film Festival as part of USC, and they've all just graduated. So that's that. And I talked to him and the other girl, Michelle, about applying to Cannes, and they said, oh yeah, you know, it's getting more and more competitive. Like the first year they organized the Cannes Classics, where, you know, USC sends a bunch of students to Cannes Film Festival. The first time that happened, like, not a lot of people knew about it. The second time, 20 people applied. The third time, aka this year, 60-something people applied. Maybe this was a thing way before that, but that is, like, as far as Min, this Korean guy, had known. Apparently, he's admitted to film production MFA, but he dropped out because it's too expensive, and he's not learning anything anyways. I asked him what films he wrote. So he went to Cannes Film Festival twice. I forgot what films he picked. I forgot all of them, but he mentioned he wrote about Jean Dillman. Fuck, what else did he write? He wrote about... nothing too crazy. Like, La Ventura, and Citizen Kane is one of them. Yeah, and then the other girl, she wrote about M and Man with Movie Camera. I'm thinking of Uncle Boom You Can Recall His Past Lives. That's locked in, but I don't know what other film to write on. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And then I came back home. Good to see Anya and Colin again, though. That's for sure. And there's this other guy who's with Anya, and now I think they're dating too. I don't know why, but I keep assuming that people are dating nowadays. I keep assuming that people are in relationships. It's fantastic, this mindset. So yeah, I came back home and I cooked dinner, and here I am, and it's already super late. I still have 2 whole papers due yesterday. But I'm gonna submit them tomorrow anyways. By yesterday, I mean like today, like, you know, before midnight. But I'm gonna just do them later anyways. It's okay, not the end of the world. Calm down. And yeah, it's already super fucking late. Like, Jesus Christ. I don't know, but it's okay. It's all right. And I don't have much else planned, honestly. Like, after tomorrow and 2 days later, it's pretty much free reign, like 5 days of nothing, you know, Thanksgiving break. And 5 days is actually not a lot. I'm gonna spend a whole day sleeping. I'm gonna spend a whole day. I think I have nothing to do, but really then I have a lot to do, because then I would give myself things like YouTube videos to do and like films to watch. So I don't know. I truly don't know. Oh, also I forgot to mention, Tova texted me. Tova texted me telling me that Birkin randomly texted her asking her for Polaroids for BTS. And Birkin apparently said that Ends and Means is pretty much done and is ready to be premiered in spring, which is crazy. So I and Tova need to get back together to edit. I asked Tova if she's free for during Thanksgiving break so that we could edit together, and she's like, no. Unfortunately, her sister, not unfortunately, fortunately, congratulations, her sister has a wedding in Las Vegas, and she's busy. But I said, well, we can still do like test edits first. So yeah, but definitely looking forward to the completion of the documentary, which is still the craziest thing I've done in my 3 years of staying in the US. The documentary is single-handedly the craziest thing I've done, and I'm proud of it. I'm really, really proud of it, and it's gonna be huge. I and Tova stopped editing it for like more than 2 months, but yeah, we will be back. And that's pretty much it. I don't have that much else to ask. No news from APCA Crew's like web episode application thing. I'm getting to think I'm not even chosen for it. Yeah, which is stupid, which sucks, because I wish I am. But like, can you like just show up and be a PA? Like, can't you just do that? So, yeah, we'll see. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Life is life. Okay, fuck. Oh, I hate this. Time now is 11:21 a.m. in the morning on November 20, I don't know, 26? 25, yes. Yeah, I slept from 5:35 till 11:10. But I couldn't fall asleep immediately. I was like wide awake for at least a whole hour. And the sun was rising, and I don't really know why. I think partially it's because yesterday morning I slept a lot, so then my body is like, nah, you slept enough. But also because I'm so cold. I feel so fucking cold. So that's that. Another thing is last night was extremely unproductive. I did nothing. After the screening, and after the dinner, which was 2 a.m., I did nothing. And for 2 hours, 3 hours straight, I didn't finish Irma Vep, the film. I didn't edit college. I started editing a college update video but couldn't finish it. I started working on the 191 paper, but I obviously couldn't finish it, so I achieved nothing yesterday night. So that's why today I decided to not go to CTCS 200. I was planning to go, but now I'm not going, obviously. If I have to go to CTCS 200, I would have to wake up at 8:45 or 8:50, which would be a nightmare. But I'm still waking up a little early because I want to do those things, like writing, finishing up with a paper, etc., etc. So, yeah. And this is good because I just saved myself some time for lunch. Saved myself money for lunch today. Even though I did originally plan to try the donuts at Dulce for lunch. But I guess I don't have to do that now. Yeah, so today it's gonna be religion class. And then I'll return for art directing class, and that's it. Holy shit, I'm so cold. I'm scared I'm gonna catch a cold because of last night. Because of the film screening last night. Hope that doesn't happen. Yeah, I don't have much else to say. I need to sleep early for real. I know my sleep schedule is gonna be completely fucked. Especially because of Thanksgiving. But yeah. Nothing else. Okay, time now is 1:09 p.m. Breaking news. I was, out of curiosity, I was thinking, wait, what are we doing for religion class today? And then I checked the religion class syllabus right here. As it turns out, we don't even have class today. So, yeah. Two things. One is, goddamn, I shouldn't have woken up this early. I really shouldn't. But also, B, like, that's great because now I have a lot of extra time. I just saved myself roughly 2 hours or 2.5 hours, you know, including class and taking the bus and etc. to work on the paper. So that's great news, and I am going to go to Dulce to get a donut, like, I don't know, next week. This week, it's chilling time, and I don't know, grilled cheese maybe? Yeah, so that's great. That's all I'm gonna say. Cheers. Also, I'm gonna buy a Blu-ray player, like, by today. Yes. Oakley dokley, time now is 12:41 after midnight. Yeah, so Monday fun day. It's a Monday. And nothing all that crazy happened. I woke up early, and by early I mean like 11:30 a.m. ish. And yeah, and then I found out that there was no religion class today, which is great news. So I stayed at home the whole day, chilling, not doing anything. I know, actually I did a lot of things. What the fuck am I saying? I did my 191 paper. I didn't finish it, but I did it. I'm doing it, or I was doing it, and then I, filmed a movie review, etc., etc. And then I just went to the art directing class. I was like right on time, which is rare. Usually I'm late for that class, but no, today I'm right on time. And I opened my laptop and I just worked on my paper. So I finished. Great fucking news, guys. I finished my CTCS 191 paper, and I'm proud of it. It's not a great paper, but at least I'm proud of the fact that I'm able to finish it. And now all I have left is the 200 paper, which I hope I can finish by tonight. Yeah, 1,500 words, pump it all out in one go, easy peasy, lemon fucking squeezy. Not really. But yeah, once again I saw Christian, I saw Franklin, and Tiger, the British woman I saw, and I thought she was just like, because I saw her last night already, but she like remembers me, and she asked me, hey, have you decided what model are you gonna do? And I'm like, no. So today's class is basically about building a white model, essentially a 3D model of what's going on. of a set, and it's kind of interesting, but it's also kind of like very demanding, and it would have been more interesting if I didn't have so many fucking assignments and papers. So that's that. And beyond that, nothing else happened. Franklin was originally going to go to retreat for Thanksgiving break, but he canceled it, and he's like, yo, let's just hang out, let's just get Hong Kong food. And he said he's never been to Chinatown, and he's never really been to the east side of LA, which is fucking crazy, because I think Franklin has been in LA for a longer time than I have. So yeah, we just gotta go. Yeah, and beyond that, nothing else happened. Nothing, zero, zilch, nada. Christian, I asked Christian what he's gonna do for break, and he's like, yeah, I'm going back home to Minnesota. And in my head, I was thinking, like, wow, like, aren't you gonna spend time with Katie, your girlfriend? Because if I have a girlfriend, I would spend time with her every single fucking day for every single chance that I have. And several thoughts arise. First one being, again, maybe I'm taking this girlfriend-boyfriend thing too seriously. At the end of the day, it's just two people saying, hey, you're cute, you're nice, let's date. And it's not that serious. But also, this lack of seriousness is a result of adulthood. Like, when you're emotional mature and you know, and I don't like that. I haven't experienced actual first love, and I wish my first love would be naive and innocent and childlike. And being immature is bad, but not for me. I want to be immature. I hate being immature, but I want to be immature. Like, because I don't get to be immature. Or at least I don't get to experience that kind of life. So, I don't know. I just wish that I do. Again, like, I don't know why, but lately I have so many thoughts. Both yesterday and today, and like the last week in general, I've been fantasizing myself speaking, like giving a talk. Like, I had dinner, and then after dinner I spent like 20 minutes walking around this room just talking to myself. I wish I had recorded it, but you wouldn't find it interesting. But it's just me imagining someone going up to me and asking me the $1 million question. Why don't you have a girlfriend? Why haven't you dated before? And my real standard answer right now is, here it is. I have come up with 10 different answers in my head, but none of them actually work. But I have nothing else beyond those 10 answers. So my first answer, and the easiest one that would explain everything, would be I'm aro ace. But that's not entirely true, because I am capable of attraction just under certain conditions, very specific conditions, that may or may not be true. The second answer would be because I don't like people that much, which is basically the same thing as I'm aro ace, but, I don't like people that much. It's just the truth, because I truly don't. And if I don't, like people that much to begin with, then what's the point of me going out, looking for a date? The third thing is I'm socially awkward. I'm an introvert, I'm socially awkward, and I'm quiet. And that's true, but again, it's not entirely true. I do try extremely, maybe too hard, to make friends. Maybe too hard. So that's not true at all, but that's a good scapegoat. That's a good excuse, right? And then that goes on to, I believe that's third. My fourth reason would be that I'm just busy. I'm busy with films, watching films, making films, YouTube, and I just don't really have the time to do too much. Like how a lot of students, if I look at quote-unquote losers, people around my age who clearly has never dated before, like Nick, they're busy. They're cramped up in procedural things, like going to school and writing papers and getting an internship and etc., and, you know, driver's license, whatever. Like, romance is just not that important. That's the fourth answer. The fifth answer is I'm unlucky. And I think when I say I have 10 answers, it's like 5-ish. I'm unlucky. And that's not a real great answer, because luck is, like, not entirely real, but it also kind of is real. Some people are just really lucky, and some people aren't. I'm very unlucky. If you've seen me play video games, if you've seen me apply to scholarships and schools and competitions, if you've seen me, I don't do anything in general, like living, for instance, breathing, eating food, drinking water, chances are I fuck up at everything. Because I'm so bad at everything. I'm bad at living. I'm a bad liver. So it only makes sense that I'm also bad at romance. Because I'm unlucky. I'm just born this way. There's no real explanation. So yeah, these are my 5 reasons. It could be a combination of those. Maybe it's none of those. Maybe it's all of those. But it's a combination of those. There were moments today where I thought to myself, you know what, if like a nice, somewhat extroverted girl is sitting right beside me right now, and I'm comfortable talking to her, and there's an incentive for me to chase after her, and there's an incentive for her to chase after me, maybe it's not going to be that difficult. Maybe I just say, hi, let's meet another day. Yeah, sure, let's meet, and then boom. Maybe it's not that difficult. Because I'm not that bad looking, right? Right? Maybe I'm okay. And, like, I'm nice, right? Or am I not? Another thought arises. I feel like Matt is close friends with some of these people and they all hang out, but, like, I've never seen Matt being friendly with me the same way he's friendly with anyone else. And I feel like same can be said with a lot of people. Like, a lot of people just don't like being friends with me. There's something about me that's repelling them. Maybe it's the opposite. Maybe people don't like me in general. But maybe that's not true, because that's delusion of persecution. And that's just my mind playing tricks with me. Maybe people do like me. So what is the truth? Do people like me? Do people hate me? What is going on? Like, it's still a blur. I'm 22 years old, and I still don't know how reality works, you know? Because I'm just autistic like that. Or am I autistic? Or am I not autistic? I don't know. What is the truth? What is reality? So, I don't know. I'm going insane. Truly, I am. Whatever the case may be, I need to finish writing The Virgin. That's the truth. Also, today, I actually wanted to go back to sleep. When I found out that there's no religion class, I actually went to the bathroom and took a shower, and I wanted to go back to sleep, and then I realized, oh yeah, I have extra time today. I should make great fucking use of that extra time. And, final thing is, tonight, I'm going to buy the Blu-ray player. It's like $104. And, plus taxes, delivery fee, I reckon $120. It's a bargain. It's a good deal. So that's great. That's exciting. Because that's like collecting treasure chests, and now you finally have the key to open it. So that's great. And then tomorrow I don't have to wake up too early because I don't have to meet TA2. Or do I? Let me think. But yeah. But tomorrow I do have a Zoom meeting at 2:30 p.m. So regardless, I definitely can't meet TA2. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And looking forward to Thanksgiving break, where I do nothing, hopefully. And looking forward to finishing the paper. The goddamn fucking paper. I don't have anything else to add. I was actually pretty surprised when I talked to Justin yesterday that he thinks Ken sexualizes everything. I thought it was just me. Like, Ken is the normal person. And, sex, life, fucking, vaginas. Like, that's life, bro. Life is just a vagina, But maybe he's not normal too. Maybe he's just horny and he's not normal too. Maybe I'm not normal and he's not normal. Maybe there is no normal. I don't know. Socializing with people is very frustrating. And is friendship a real thing? Like, I think I had this thought many times today in the last few days. Is friendship even real at this point? Because I've almost forgotten what making a friend really is. Okay, like, to be fair, people like Michelle, Justin, the Malaysian guy, Potter, still, they are good friends. And I reveal my true self to them. But in this day and age, especially in USC so far, it's been a whole year since I've studied here, and still no friends. Not a real, like, deep friend anyways. I mean, Glenn comes close, and that's good. I think Christian actually, like, somehow became really good friends with me through the film set. And then Iko is someone I trust. Rachel is good. She's fine. But, yeah. I don't know. It's like I've nothing but hate in me. I don't understand love. People are like, oh man, love is so good. Love is so great. I love love, But no, I hate love. Because of Mary and Leslie, love to me right now is pain and suffering. I associate love with negative feelings because that's who I am. I am negativity itself, I'm just a walking ball of negativity, really. I'm so hateful. Yeah. So I'm just gonna end it at that. I'm gonna eat an apple tonight, which is exciting. I fucking love apples, man. Fruits. I need them. Okay, time now is 1:40 p.m. on November 27th. I don't know. 26th, yes. Yeah, I slept from 5:50 to 12:30, and then I went back to sleep again. And naturally woke up a whole hour later, of course. Yeah, so fuck me. I've never slept this late since a long time ago. And I just got too much to do, man. I just got too fucking much to do. I planned to edit college update video, watch 4 episodes of Oshinoko, and watch the film Fly Me to the Moon last night. Didn't do any of those. Did not do any of those. Even though I stayed up until 5:50, I still managed to not finish things because I just have so much to do. Every fucking night, I swear to God. But the good news is, I finished CTCS 200 paper. It took me 2 fucking hours. So from 3 a.m. to about 5 a.m., I was just grinding. I was just speed running the paper. I basically spit out 1,300 words in the span of 2 hours. Yeah, I'm done. I'm done now. And then right before bed, I went to Amazon and I ordered a Blu-ray player. And unfortunately, the Blu-ray player is arriving on December 4th. So I won't be receiving it during the break. So I won't have the chance to spend the whole day looking at Blu-rays. I mean, maybe after December 4th I would still have time. I can still spend maybe a weekend just looking at Blu-rays, because I doubt I'm gonna have a film set. God damn my hair. Yeah. But yeah, today is gonna be quite chill because I'm done with the papers and today is the last day before the break, so I'm happy. At 2:30 p.m. I have a Zoom meeting with the HR to figure out the whole workday payment situation, which is just a giant fucking mess. And then at night there's the CTCS 469, the animation film class. So we're watching Your Name, so hopefully I get a good cry. But yeah, I don't have papers to work on today. I just need to watch. I have so many movies to watch. Not counting Your Name, I'm planning to watch 2 movies and 4 episodes of anime, which is basically insane, so I definitely won't be able to finish that, but I hope I would. Yeah, we'll see. We'll definitely see. Yeah. We'll definitely see. Yeah. I don't fucking know. I had a dream where me and my 2 cousins and my brother we're traveling, just the 4 of us, and we're eating somewhere, and then at some point some strange man looked at me from outside the restaurant. We were sitting right beside the doorway, and then suddenly the strange man started throwing weird things at me specifically, and weird supernatural things happened, and I screamed. And then turns out the guy was just trolling, or the guy was just kidding, enjoy your meal. But I was fucking traumatized. I was screaming. Yeah. Not much else beyond that. Not much else.
Your perspective to basically bring them closer to linear perspective. That's essentially what we're working on here.
Okay, time now is 11:55. Okay. So, yeah, time now is 11:55 p.m. I'm still in my street clothes. I'm in my Death Grips merch, and I'm just gonna wrap up today. Jesus Christ, my voice is so raspy. It really shouldn't be like this, but who cares? So nothing all that important happened today. I got a good night's sleep, even though I slept so insanely late last night. I got a good night's sleep for some reason, somehow. The Zoom meeting happened and it went pretty well. It was just a quick 15-minute Zoom meeting between me and the Latina woman who works on my case in the HR, and we sort of figured out what the fuck is the issue for my workday, and it was pretty clear what's happening. So the period between September 20th to 25th happened 3 times. It's listed 3 times, because the first time it went to a wrong bank account, the second time it withdrew money from the wrong bank account, and then the third time happened but it was an error. No one gained or lost anything. And then there was a period of time between October 12th to 25th, I believe, and I already got my check for that one. But that period was listed twice. Once was $250 something, $225. The other one is 139. I got 139, but I didn't get 225. Turns out the 225 that I was supposed to be given are the 2 weeks or the 2 pay slips that went to the wrong bank account. So that cleared everything up. So all that matters now is me receiving that check of $225. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And I was like, oh, but there's also the missing 2 hours, you know, because on October 2nd, I met with TA1 for, okay, this is annoying. I met with TA1 for 2 hours, and I forgot to put it in the workday, and then I sent a form like a whole week ago to my employer in ALI, but to no avail because everything's a confusing mess. I told HR, and HR was like, you know what? It's fine. I'm just gonna do a request for 2 hours, to add 2 hours to your money, so don't even worry about that. So that solved a lot of problems. That's great. Okay, my hair is really fucking annoying. Fuck. I should have like washed my face and washed my hair and then put my hair clip. Okay. So the next thing that happened was, I'm just gonna do this. The next thing that happened was, fuck it. Okay. Then, Jesus Christ, my voice. The next thing that happened was, CT CS469. I walked all the way there. It was slightly rainy. It was slightly showery, rainy. And it was very cold, so it was a vibe. I walked to school. And I was like late by 5 minutes, but who cares? I sat down and we watched Your Name, and I cried. I didn't cry as hard as I thought I would. Honestly, I thought I would just sob. But Grave of the Fireflies made me sob. This film just made me tear up, but I still did tear up quite a bit. All in the different moments. All in the first time I saw Your Name, I cried, but it was different. This type of cry is like a different type of cry. But anyways, it was a good cry. I also saw the girl from Nanning, Olivia. At first she was sitting at the very side, and she came later than me. So at first I thought, oh, she's not even here today. But a little bit later, she went to the seats beside me, like somewhere far beside me, to my right. And I spoke with her a little bit during break. And I got her Instagram. I was like, oh, by the way, do you have Instagram? And she's like, yeah, sure. And then I sat back down and I realized, I'm so smooth. This is bad, because maybe I shouldn't ask for people's Instagrams this fast. But then at the same time, it's like if I don't, then I'm just a socially awkward kind of person. Like, if I forcefully make someone give me their Instagram, it's like a good thing because it's an act of confidence. I don't know. Anyways, we had a conversation about age. She's like, oh, you're undergrad. She was like, oh, were you on that set last weekend? And also we spoke in English again, which is like, I hope we speak in Mandarin again next time we meet. I don't know. She was like, oh, were you on set last weekend? That set that we worked on together. And I was like, no, I worked on a 310. And she's like, oh, are you undergrad or grad? I was like, yeah, I'm undergrad. And she was like, oh, yeah. Because, it's always this kind of reaction when grad people find out that undergrads are undergrads. It's always like, oh, you're so young. And she's like, oh. And I'm like, you're grad? And she's like, yeah, 3rd semester. And she started guessing my age. She's like, okay, so you're junior, so you're 2004? And I was like, no. 2005? 2006? 2003? 2002. So I'm actually 2 years older than the people in my cohort because I took 3 years in community college and I took a gap year. So yeah, I'm like 2 years older than my cohort, which is scary. I don't like being older than other people. But yeah, and then Olivia revealed that she's 2001. So we're not that big of an age difference anyways. She's 2001, I'm 02. We're like just a year apart. So, yeah. I was like, oh yeah, I'm older than most people in my cohort, but that's a secret. But yeah, and then that's pretty much it. Returned home, dinner, had fried salmon, penne pasta, salad kit, pretty good. I'm gonna have some Trader Joe's lemon bars at night. And, Thanksgiving break begins. 5 days of nothing. So, I really still haven't planned to do anything, other than just sleeping and watching movies. The Blu-ray player is not coming until December 4th, I think. So, I probably won't have the, definitely won't have the chance to just spend hours upon hours just checking on my Blu-rays. That's something I really want to do. I also DM'd Jonathan. I was like, hey, I'm free. So, like, And Jonathan was like, oh no, I'm not free this week, but I'll let you know if anything changes. So there goes that. So I guess the only thing would be, I still gotta hang out with TA2, because that's approved. Extra hours are approved. And I'm going to hang out with Justin T to watch Wicked, probably. And I'm probably going to go find Franklin and have a lunch with him. And I think that's pretty good for 5 days of nothing. Just want to sleep and rest and do nothing. I want to go to H Mart and buy sushi. Yeah, I don't know. And, yeah, what else? I suddenly thought of something, and then I lost that thought again. I want to hang out with someone. There's someone I'd like to hang out with, but I forgot who. It's not Potter, but it's somebody. I forgot. Yeah, I'm probably wrong. There's no one else. Because Potter's not free until after Christmas. And Parkin, the other Hong Konger guy, he's also not free until after the whole semester ends. So, yeah. But, I don't know. I wish I could, like, maybe it's just because I finished Your Name, but I'm still thinking about love. I think October, early November is, like, the peak of, or at least October and November are the 2 months I spend a lot of time thinking about romance, and it's unhealthy, because the more I think about romance, the more depressing and cynical I become, to the point where everything's romance. Like, I meet a random person and I was like, yeah, I bet that person has dated before. And it's a very unhealthy thought, because, when I was 18, 19, yeah, people have dated, but I don't really care as much, because there are other cool things in life, and I kind of want to revert back to that mentality. But it is indeed true that if I have someone, I watched Your Name, and the main character, or one of the main characters, ran across the country just to look for the girl he's in love with. And that's so extreme, and that's so dramatic, and that's so beautiful, because that's what I would do for Mary and Leslie when I was in love with them. And those are the only two girls I would do that. That would make me do that. So I don't know. It's been a while. I think last night or a couple of nights ago, I was reading my poems. I was reading my own poems, and I remember the poem I wrote, the love poem I wrote about Leslie. And it was a very good poem, because it just came out. It just came out of me, nothing planned. And And it's so fucking cheesy and corny, writing love poems. It's so teenage, but I am a teenager. But I think I love it. I love the idea of loving someone so much that you can't control yourself and you have to resort to writing poems or writing songs about it. Because you have to find some kind of outlet to express that yearning. And so far in USC, I haven't met a single person who would make me do that. And I think, again, it's partially because people come and go so much in USC. Like, you meet someone and then you don't see them until 2 weeks later. You meet someone and you don't see them until months later. Or they just, like, you barely have any time to speak to them, so they don't really mean anything. It's always like that, and I wish it's not like that. I feel like it's even more difficult to fall in love in situations like this. Like, the older you get, the tougher it is to fall in love. Man, Mary was truly something else, you know? Mary was truly something. But yeah, you know. It is what it is. I don't really care anymore. I could go Aero Ace, you know. I could just not fall in love this year or next year or 2026. It doesn't really matter. Or at least, I hope I don't think it matters. I hope it doesn't matter to me. Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm excited for the break because I get to do nothing.